Ticats Chalk Talk with Marshall Ferguson.
Welcome to Tiger Cats Chalk Talk, everyone. I'm Marshall Ferguson for TSN 1150 Hamilton. All the conversation we had this week on Taddy and Marsh from 3 to 7 on TSN 1150 Hamilton was about Ken Austin. And Ken Austin was nice enough to be able to join us and talk about the supplementary discipline that was handed down to him, and as well, the contact that he made with the official. But what people kind of forgot about this whole week, it just got ignored, was the play that made Coach Austin so angry that he ended up making the mistake which led to him coaching from the booth this Saturday and also being fined $10,000. It was the procedure penalty on Mike Filer, the center for the Hamilton Tiger Cats, for unfairly moving the ball forward to create an advantage for the offensive line. Going into the 2016 season, there was a lot of turnover in what the officials were being asked to look at, whether it was challenges coming off the sidelines at a record rate, defensive pass interference, defensive contact downfield, reviewing hits to the head of a quarterback. One of the rules that kind of slid under the rug was that the league said, centers, you need to stop moving the ball around. You used to see guys squatter down and look around like this, twist the ball back and forth and almost massaging it. It doesn't happen anymore because it was slowing down the game. They were drawing teams offside, creating unnecessary flags and slowing down the game. We all want a quicker game and we want less flags. I think we've learned that in the last couple of seasons. But the thing that frustrates Tiger Cats fans is when you look at the frequency of the type of call that was made against Mike Filer versus the number of times where there have been short yardage situations where that extra inch or two of tilting or moving the ball really does matter. 132 times this season, there's been a third and short yardage situation that's inside 1 yard. Another 595 times, there's been a second and short situation that's inside 3 yards, where that extra inch really does matter back and forth. That means 727 times a center has grabbed a football in a short yardage situation and tilted it so that he could snap it. Okay? 85 of those were just for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Now, Mike Filer was out since week 4, that's granted. He hasn't been there the entire time. But he's taken a healthy percentage of those 85 snaps that the Ticats have had in second and short or third and short. He says he's never been warned about it. Nobody's talked about it. He knows he was playing with inside the rules, and now he gets flagged for it. That's the frustration. We asked Kent Austin earlier this week on Taddy and Marsh, has he ever seen a call like that?
Coach, I think it's clear. I mean, there's two elements to this whole piece of video, and the first one is the call, and without getting into that call, but the nature of the call. Have you ever seen that call made before?
Never. Not a single time. In fact, I've never been a part of it. No, I've never seen it called, to answer your question directly.
I went back through it, the Ticats and the Riders game, to try and find any consistency in the officiating crew's calls when it came to short yardage, and there wasn't a whole lot. I mean, Dan Clark moved the ball around, maybe even a little bit less than Mike Filer did. However, neither of them really gained an advantage. It's just different styles. What you have to understand is when you have the football like this, let's spot it around the 34 3/4 inch line like this. You are just a couple of inches short of the first down like they were. All that Mike Filer was really doing was taking the ball, rolling it over like he always does, and then he's going to grab it and put it up like this. The actual tip, the nose of the ball, was not beyond the exact line of scrimmage that was right here. So what that really means is you're just taking the ball from its flat spot and tilting like this. Now everybody's acting as though Mike Filer dug his hand in and reached the thing forward. Even if Mike Filer dug his hand in and reached forward like that, what advantage is he gaining? None. The ball still has to go backwards. He's still snapping it between his legs. The only time this would create a tangible advantage is if Mike Filer decided to short set. What we call short setting is when you would line up very close to the line of scrimmage, almost over the ball like this, then squat down, grab the football, and reach it forward. Now I'm well ahead of that line that I drew. But what Mike Filer does on this play that he gets flagged is set up in his regular position like this, back of the line, grabs the ball, and tilts. And the ball, the tip of the ball is not by the 35. He's standing like this, ready to snap it like he's done all season. It doesn't make a difference. They decide to flag him for that spot. Again, there's a difference between short setting and reaching versus setting up in your regular position and tilting the ball so that you can snap it. The Ticats are due for a win. I mean, they lost that game in Saskatchewan, but they played very well considering the lineup they had in front of them. They got to be able to fix that defensive secondary. Maybe the new signee that's playing the field corner will be able to help out. Maybe Brandon Sermons lining up at Sam linebacker will be a good thing instead of Rico Murray, even though you deem that you're losing him. It's the second season in a row that you've lost Rico Murray and Johnny Sears Jr. for extended periods of time. But welcome to professional football. This is the reality of what these guys do. And so the Ticats, they know they need a win. It's going to get real tight down here at the end of the playoff chase in the East Division. I'm looking forward to having the call for you. Saturday afternoon, 4 p.m. kickoff, 2:30 p.m. pregame show with Jamie Thomas on the home of the Ticats, TSN 1150 Hamilton. Yes, guy.
Louis beat the Niagara College.